Hi, just a heads up, my audio glitched out, most likely because of the storm that was outside during recording. So, you're going to have to endure that. I did put subtitles to read, but yeah, I'm so sorry. Hi! It's been a while since I last played. So, I've gotten a lot of characters actually. So, let's just take a quick look over them. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm working on like, Insight to level 50 for all of them. That's what I've been doing the past few months, actually. Oh my gosh. Anyway, story! It's been so long! Oh, I forgot about this. I have no idea what this is for. I haven't been playing events. I think someone in stream mentioned that there was a recap, and there is. The events I'm probably gonna do next is Journey to Moorpunk. This one I think I'm gonna have to finish after the main story. So let's continue.
Richard tends to oppose. Gloria tends to support. Black Agate tends to oppose. Uzo. Neutral.
The situation doesn't look good.
Do you have any news, Mark?
Someone is spreading the minutes of your last meeting. I didn't get any direct evidence, but apparently every voter has read the anonymous minutes. The topic about Vertin. It has become a great disadvantage to us.
Double envelopment. A 4-4.00 approach. No wonder they let the draft go through so easily. To reject the draft during the committee meeting does not actually address the real problem. The House of Intergrades can still resubmit the draft during the next legislative session. So she is planning for the long term, to bring down the voting stage and make it a plan that is totally abandoned.
I'm afraid so. A draft that has failed to win votes can hardly win the trust of the House's reviewers again. And of course, it won't be submitted to the committee.
She counts the names on the whiteboard again.
Did anyone make any actual move yet?
Not yet. The minutes only changed their preferences, but the number of those who have taken a stand still remains the same.
Just as I expected. This draft is not about Vertin, but a promise to the future. About how to balance the benefits between different interest groups. To reach that, we need to meet the expectations of those groups who have a need for flexible management. And also appease conservatives and not shake their confidence in controlling the overall situation.
Actually,
The delegate adjusts his tie and interrupts Madame Z in a clearer voice.
we do have an opportunity to change the game now.
Opportunity.
I honestly forgot what's happening in the previous times. Oh my gosh, the previous episodes, so I probably won't remember most of the details, but I think it will come back to me eventually. Committee member Petra appears on the screen.
I hereby challenge Delegate Mark Hall to a public debate on the revised draft of Storm Reformation, Manpower, and Discipline. This draft of his will bring unpredictable risks to the Foundation, yet Mark himself seems completely unaware of it. I believe it is necessary to make such risks public in a legal way.
The delegate switches off the projection. As he turns to Madame Z, his cheeks have become rosy in heightened spirits.
See, I knew they were going to escalate Burton's issue.
You want to accept this challenge?
All the internal media are reporting the news. If I step back, they will definitely humiliate me and take advantage of the public opinion to undermine the draft.
Mark, that's a menacing move.
Madam Z picks up Petra's name and sticks it to the board.
It is coming for us.
I don't know why I'm having connection issues. My Wi-Fi is fine.
No matter fight or flight, they have comprehensive preparation for this. I would suggest taking the long view and not jumping to conclusions.
But defense without attack will never bring us victory, Madam Z. I've always wanted an opportunity to defend the draft in public. Concerning the questions they implied about Vertin, I've collected more than enough cases to refute them. Misleading questions twist people's opinions. It's time to tell them the truth.
The gaze behind Madam Z's glasses has quickly become subtly piercing.
You have accepted it. Was it in front of the media?
I was there when Pedra challenged me. So were the media. Well, I don't think it's going to be a complete mistake.
The lady in white seems to listen up for a brief second. She doesn't say a word. But walks up to him and gives him a pat on the shoulder.
It is a crucial debate. Do your best.
Oh, we're back here.
You don't have to come along with me. I'm here to repel the pests in the woods. It's part of my daily routine.
Thank you for your kindness, Miss Druvis. It is fun to stay in Miss Burton's suitcase, but I really feel like seeing the world out there. By the way, the pests you mentioned, what are they? I've heard of a kind of giant worm called the 𝚃𝚎𝚎. They live in caves, about 2 to 5 feet long, and their heads are like cats. Be very careful if you see one. Both its skin and breath are toxic.
Druvis bends over, lifting a hanging branch to make way for Sotheby to walk through.
I have never heard of such a terrible worm. Hopefully we will not encounter any.
Sotheby jumps briskly over some roots, crawling by her feet.
So, what are we disinfesting this time?
Oak processionary moths. Perhaps a few gray squirrel cubs. It's not enough to only rely on potions and arcanum to keep the woods in peace. Oak trees reside here, and everything will change with it. Animals that live in symbiosis, fungi that depend on each other. All of them will embrace diversity by the day.
Sotheby suddenly looks up and points to the direction to the edge of the woods.
Do you mean that? A group of grey fluffers flying over there.
Druvis looks in the direction her finger points to. Clusters of fluff, gray and brown, coming together and forming a flossy tornado in front of them, fly and dance in the air.
A swarm of oak processionary moths. They are preying on something.
A fuzzy figure in red at the center seems familiar. Is it Mr. Apple?
Miss Druvis, let's help out right away!
I still don't have Sotheby. It would have been fun if I was able to use Sotheby and Druvis, but it's fine. Okay, so Beast and Mineral. You know what, let me try 3 characters I haven't used yet. So Eternity, Tenant, Sweetheart. That's too many. I need 1 more mineral. Oh, Golden Party is the healer.
Let us get to know each Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Mind with... No, I don't know how to use her.
Handle it gently.
That's your idea. Perfectly understood. I said hello. Flee, mortals! I look forward to punishing you.
Okay, let's do
Take it.
I guess, I don't know.
Did anybody get hurt? Keep calm.
How dare you? Handle it gently.
So that's your idea.
Take it easy. Hey! A little bit hot here.
Party planner. Perfectly understood. So that's your idea. Stay back, I say.
Oh, it's Mr. Apple. It is him. Hi, guy.
Shall I?
Bloody prom.
I feel like I should do this.
Shall I?
Bloody prom.
Feels weird to use
Handle it gently.
Whatever.
The ocean dried and I'm alone again. Flying handbag for only 3,000 𝚃𝚑𝚎𝚎. How dare you?
The story begins with a battle dog who did this first. And that, at last.
If only I could be as forgetful as them.
Yay.
This apple is deeply grateful for what you've done. I almost thought I was caught in a nightmare. This apple has never seen so many moths.
He is traveling from his stalk to the bottom.
Ugh, this apple is going to have PTSD from insects.
They are very sensitive to the scent of sap. With all due respect, even among all the plants, Mr. Apple is quite attractive to insects.
So it was the scent that attracted them. No wonder Mr. Apple's invisibility didn't work. Thank goodness we're here.
Judas carefully cleans off the fluff on Apple with her handkerchief until he restores his handsomeness.
Mr. Apple, did you find out anything?
Yes, Miss Druvis. I brought something insignificant. As we planned earlier, I disguised myself and reached the office building next to us. There is a device to detect arcane power at the entrance. However, this apple pried out what we needed from the guards.
What is it? Did Miss Burton win on that voting list?
Sadly, not yet. It's not time for a formal vote. Everyone is cautious and remains neutral. Apart from that, there are some rumors in the Foundation. They are not very favorable to Vertin.
Rumors. It sounds as though the situation that Madame Z handles is more complicated and volatile than I thought. However, the votes have not been lopsided under such bad circumstances. Perhaps that means the Arcanists who share our aspirations are not in the minority.
That said, I'm afraid we are starting a protracted war, Miss Druvis.
Yes, I know. I've taken inventory of the supplies. We can still hang in there for 4 weeks and a half. Although they have cut off the water and electricity supplies in the building, we can still live on the resources in the suitcase for a while. There are fewer guards destroying the woods. Probably because the abatis works.
What worries this apple is that if the procedure to finalize the draft takes more than 4 weeks and a half, we would
then survive by gradually shrinking our territory until Madame Z's draft is officially approved. We have chosen the thorny trail. And so we are destined to burn our boats and never look back. Vertin. She is worth fighting for.
For this point, Captain and this apple have absolutely no disagreement. Then this apple will keep scouting around for updates, so that we could respond in time.
Sotheby's eyes are fixed in another direction.
What are you looking at, Miss Sotheby?
Over there. It feels like someone is staring at us.
They both look over to that corner. There is nothing but shadows. The darkness looks like a pond of unimaginable depth. Jervis stands up.
Let's go back to the deep woods.
Oh! Cookies in front of the screen, so I have to move over. A letter. It creases and folds are smoothed carefully. The writer's seriousness and sincerity could be read between the lines. Committee member Pedra walks out of the changing room. He sees Delegate Mark sitting in front of a mirror and shaping his sideburns into sharp summits with a pomade. A tie ablaze with bright colors is around his neck.
Isn't that scarf a bit too high profile?
Mark stops his beauty procedures and looks at Pedra in the mirror.
I think it fits me just well. Huh, you chose a grey shirt. Wise decision.
Looks like you're fully prepared.
Mark doesn't answer that question. Instead, he pulls out the volume of files and starts to draw and write on them.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the first debater of the day, 𝚃𝚑𝚎𝚎 González-Reyes. Graduated from the law school at the University of Sao Paulo, he is a member of the committee and, more importantly, the challenger of the debate.
Pedra lifts the curtain and steps onto the stage.
The other debater of the day is the delegate of the House of Integrata, Mark Hall. Over the past 10 years, he has served the Foundation by drafting countless acts and conventions. The topic of the debate today, storm reformation, manpower and discipline, is exactly a work of his.
Not one seat has been left empty around the debate stage. Madame Z's eyes follow Mark as he walks into the lights on the stage with a big smile. The people on the stage are greeting each other. Madame Z takes off her glasses and wipes them again. The chamber is filled with noises. The concentration...
All right,
what
both
happened?
sides are seated.
The confrontation
Before we start the
between
debate
the two sides in
officially,
her blurred
I
vision is a
suggest
scene
we
that
give
she has
Mark,
seen many
the draft
times.
writer, an opportunity to introduce the draft. Would you please, Mark?
With pleasure.
Is it on auto? Oh, it's on.
Storm Reformation and its advocators believe in such a goal. In this ever-changing environment smitten by the storm, this draft will help the Foundation win the trust of a considerable number of arcanists who have different backgrounds and abilities in a more efficient and stable way.
That is exactly where I must raise an objection. The draft has a huge risk which Mark Hall has not realized at all.
No, sir. I totally understand what you're trying to say.
He hasn't said anything.
You have put forward several questionable arguments to prove Vertin's suspicion of disloyalty. In response to that, please allow me to invoke the following cases to prove Vertin's competence for leading the unregistered arcanists. Please turn to page 373 of Vertin's personnel file. As you can see, since Vertin became the timekeeper, the number of unregistered arcanists she has rescued so far is 63. That is a number unmatched by that of anyone present. If that's not enough to prove her loyalty, let's continue.
I have to say, Mark, you have completely misunderstood my point of view. I don't care what Burton has done, but the feasibility of the draft. According to the existing regulations, the duties of educating and disciplining unregistered arcanists are taken by the School of Discipline. While you suggested in the draft that Timekeeper's personal teaching would replace the current collective training. Have you ever thought about the budget that we could possibly spend on it? The Foundation spends an alarming sum of money on education every year, and there is no way we pay extra for personal training.
Oh, what budget? I don't see why we're talking about budget all of a sudden. Did you really read the draft? I didn't mention a word about budget.
Of course you didn't, which exactly proves why you have never realized the risk I just mentioned.
Oh, it seems the real topic of the debate has just surfaced. I believe everyone in the hall is looking forward to where it goes. So, Mark, in terms of this point, we would like to know your real thoughts.
This is kind of terrifying. She gets up, walking towards the entrance. This is already a composition which the White would like to see.
The Blackstone is left there alone. The last move is also a defense in panic. If I were the player...
What game are they talking about? I'm not familiar with it. She gazes into the air, lost in her thoughts. She doesn't feel the gaze cast upon her from another direction. Constantine is watching Madame Z from her corner. As Madame Z walks to the entrance, somebody stops her. A white item is handed to her. And then she disappears as soon as she steps out of the hall. Constantine averts her eyes and looks back at the two debaters on the stage. As soon as she has left the hall, Madame Z takes out that white note.
What is it?
Senato asked me to give it to you personally.
It looks like a simple usual letter.
Dear Madam Z, with this letter, I send you my best regards. I have been instructed to manage affairs on behalf of Timekeeper during her treatment. Please let me know if there are any missions to alleviate the situation. I will do my best to meet your expectations. Sincerely, Senato.
Good news.
Flashing red. Oh, okay, battle.
Oh, you're also here?
Senator hears her, and she stops to practice.
Yes. I am taking combat drills with the artificial somnambulism training system.
Lilia casts a sideways look at the screen in front of Senato. There shows her overall time length of practice.
6 hours. I'm not the only one goofing around.
No, I'm not. I am not goofing around. I am waiting for orders.
Her face flushes scarlet. Lilia initiates the machine in front of her, unaware of her awkwardness.
Well, much luckier than me. I have so many things to believe. Beat Baklushe. Have you heard it? Literally me. I should have turned down the offer when they promoted me to the Foundation headquarters. They don't have any field missions for a flying witch.
Is it because of the provisions of talent protection?
Only God knows. House arrest may be a better name.
She throws a casual glance at the screen.
Look, since we're both bored to death, do you want to have a try at some difficult things?
What is it?
This.
She pouts her lips, hinting at something which she thinks should be obvious to the both of them.
Have you tried the artificial somnambulism joint training? Put on the helmet together and switch to multiplayer mode. 2 operators can take on a harder training mode, More insane enemies.
They're treating like this is a game. Also, Lilia, are you drunk?
Like playing in the arcade.
Sonetta stares blankly at Lilia as she operates the machines. Okay. Shall I turn this red knob? She is a bit worried, not sure what to do, since she has to imitate what Lilia just did. And she murmurs. What is an arcade? The floor starts to vibrate as the machine goes into function. That line low-key makes me sad because she hasn't been outside of the foundation that much.
What did you say? I can't hear you with my helmet on. Whoa, nice controller. Хорошо. I'm entering the zone now. It's been a long time. Why not have some fun?
She quickly taps on some buttons and the warning indicator on Sonetta's equipment suddenly flashes a red light.
The light is flashing. What did you press? I switched it to the hardest mode. You better get it together. Wait!
But there's no time to wait. Two words in big red popped appear on the screen in front of them. Charles guards.
Don't fail me, top student.
The helmet has caught up their vital fluids and diverted them to a pre-programmed valve. The operator's vision is about to change.
Oh, okay. Who do I use?
I need a healer, so... Do I have one? Oh, medicine pocket.
Field check complete.
Carefully there on the side. Oh, it's 2 at a time. Okay.
Perfectly understood. Please stay behind me. Mortal!
I could use Sonetta and Lilia.
Please, allow me.
Maybe I should do that. Like, use the characters that are
You
showing
won't
up.
get away.
I haven't used those two in a while either.
Xiangnu, please lend me your power. Perfectly understood. The situation has escalated. Do have a little faith in me, Master? My responsibility.
Oh dear.
Shall I, Master? Hell's gates! 强梁既出，王有不为。
Whoa.
Some dreams.
I'm really interested in these two stories. Because they're really strong.
Ooh, okay.
Perfectly understood.
Oh wait.
Perfectly understood. Please stay behind. Xiangnu, please lend me your power. Feel my dark embrace. Be careful. You won't get away. My responsibility.
Whoa. Okay.
Please stay behind. Please, allow me.
Okay, this is the last part.
Please lend me your power. You in? Shall I, Master? You won't get away.
Oh. Maybe a bit overkill.
Case closed. I'll be sure to write a report.
I am exhausted.
Almost joking.
They take off their helmets, slumping onto the floor together. Their gloves are soaked in sweat. They subside into momentary silence, looking at each other. They burst into laughter in high spirits.
I haven't had so much fun for centuries. How many times did we die?
None.
Sorry, I cannot do math now. My mind goes blank.
Who would expect the Sonetto would have a brain fade?
Lilia falls backwards, lying on her back, staring at the white ceiling with peaceful joy. Sonetta leans on the wall, exhausted. It was a fight of verve and vitality. All the noises that have been nagging at them for days now seem to have disappeared. There are only breaths, the wind, and the smell of the concrete floor.
Have you heard the result of the debate?
I heard that. The number of people opposing the draft significantly increased after the debate.
It's not going well. Soon will be the voting session. The opposition has taken the lead.
I hope Miss Druvis can hold out.
You visited them?
I submitted a request to enter that building. The system arranged guards to accompany me to ensure my safety. The moment they entered the building, they started sawing the trees, saying that they need to carve out the path. Since then, I have not been there.
4.5 weeks. After that, they can't hold on for any longer.
Really? In that case, the vote result has to come out before that.
Sonetta is deep in contemplation.
Hi. May the peace be with us.
Hello. May the peace be with us.
Do you mind giving us some privacy?
Do whatever you like.
They walk onto the break room in the hallway.
Here is Madame Z's message. Please visit her in the office on Friday.
Ah, okay. Copy that. Thank you for the message.
With pleasure.
She nods and places her hand on her chest.
Wish you a good day.
Secretary Sharon leaves the room at a quick trot. When Sonetta returns to her exercise equipment, she finds Lilia is about to leave the room.
Are you leaving?
Yes.
She picks up her gloves and the canteen, but hesitates. She pauses for a brief moment, then quickly turns back to Sonetta.
Do you know how the penalties for destruction of public property of the Foundation and Brawl are determined?
Huh? Well, according to measures of the Foundation for Administrative Penalties, based on the severity of the circumstances, fines will be imposed and the offender's salary shall be deducted accordingly in minor cases, while detention or expulsion shall be imposed in major cases. The penalty also depends on what is damaged. For example, production tools, household goods, buildings, equipment, and facilities, etc. These are the properties that involve less cost and limited influence if damaged. If the number of people involved in a brawl is equal to or less than 8, and there are no major casualties, the penalty will be minor. May I ask what happened? Why are you asking this all of a sudden?
Nothing. As I said, bored to death. So bored that I have been paying attention to the Foundation's regulations. Even the flying manuals failed to win this much of my attention.
Oof. She waves at her and leaves without looking back.
So long, Sonetto. Hopefully there's good news for us next time I see you.
That was kind of fun, actually. I should have used Sonetta and Lilia. I should do that more often. Okay. All or nothing. The good news is 10 or more moves to go. What do you mean?
We are falling behind even further. A vote or two won't help us turn this around.
I know. The move to deny was indeed useless.
The arcanists that were on our side have defected. misjudged the situation in the debate. I was going to seize the opportunity and the initiative.
She doesn't respond to him, only pacing back and forth in the room.
To seize the initiative may bring us the chance.
38 lines go across the board in horizontal and vertical directions, crossing one another in 361 intersections as orderly as the stars.
That is to say, don't pull back, don't jump, even when they're attacking. But to focus on the bigger picture, to win strong position.
She seems to have a sudden flash of insights and reaches out one of her hands without being aware of doing so.
The black tsuke. Then the white hane. And the black counter hane here. The white stand. The black osae. Through these moves, I see. The move to D11 can save us more than 10 Mokov stones.
What? Wait, I need to search up what this game is. Gomoku? Interesting.
We can still win within 10 moves. Mark!
I find it, like, very interesting that for the foundation, they always go for black and white. So we had chess pieces, and then now we have Gomoku. I think it's Japanese. Is it? I'll double check. I think it is.
Yes? Are there any other things we can do?
We need an influencer. A leader who can win us more than 10 votes. Give me the file of the uncommitted leaders, including those who were neutral about this issue in the beginning.
Okay.
He seems perplexed, but still quickly retrieves the files and starts browsing them on the chair. The room is in complete silence except for the slight noise of flipping pages.
Baz.
No. Too young to be convincing.
Noni, head of the Natural Resource Committee?
There are only 3 of them in the group.
Senator Bernard, leader of the Mankind Caucus. Forget it.
Bernard? Oh, yes. He can be your man. He is eloquent and leads a group of 11. All of the 11 are his loyal followers. Why is he uncommitted? I thought he would be the first to vote.
Perhaps they believe it's a sure bet.
Find out what he's been up to.
But, Madam Z, are you sure you want to cooperate with him? This doesn't make any sense. We don't even serve the same group.
Mark, we're all serving for the Foundation's future. I just want to know what he needs now.
The office in Chicago, US. He is trying to cover that region with his influence. Bernard believes the employees there are guilty of serious dereliction of duty. They discriminate against humans of different classes, and are suspected of committing electoral fraud, in collusion with the local capitals. The Supreme Court's investigators have already intervened. But they cannot go out due to the storm right now, so the case is pending investigation.
Chicago office. I've read the reports on there. I see. Great. Exactly what we can help with.
Through what?
Through Soneto. I have a meeting with her on Friday. This may lead us to a win-win situation.
To be continued. Oh! More artificial somnambulism? Don't waste such a chance, hardest mode it is. Yep. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'm going with this team.
Which of these darlings shall we attend to first?
Ooh, let's bind to you. Let's do a buff.
Perfectly understood.
Debuff.
Please stay back. Xiangnu, please lend me your power. Flee, mortals! Awaken. My responsibility. I look forward to punishing you!
Okay.
do a channel. Mr. Hughes. And
Another jar? Do have a little faith in me, Master. There they are.
that didn't do as much as I thought.
Stop!
But it's okay.
It's newly made this year. Perfectly understood.
Buff and attack.
Please stay behind me. Enjoy! Stay back, I say! You won't get away. This isn't over yet. You.
It feels overkill when if I am gonna use an ultimate.
Try, Master. This isn't over yet. I'll fill the cup for you.
Victory secured.
This is the victory you deserve. Yay! I hope, what do you call this? I hope I have enough pulse.
This is only a gentle sprinkle compared to Sao
Oh my
Paulo
gosh.
in the summer.
I really want Tuesday. Nothing. That's so sad.
Good day. Mine.
Oh, we're almost done. Wait, there's this one. I have no trouble, don't come over. Really, dude?
Really?
Oh.
Dude, are you 100% sure that you are trouble-free? I was sleeping like a baby, having a sweet, sweet dream which has been long absent in my life. There were 3 ladies, a bevy of goofy swans, and I, living a harmonious life together in my dream. Suddenly, a certain jinx woke me up, saying, "I have no trouble, don't come over." How wonderful. I was like a stray dog sleeping on a square. How do you feel about the structure of the Foundation? I can see your cockily raised neck showing your attitude of rejection. Well, perfect. Let's start with this intriguing topic then. The Foundation is a mess. Listen up. It drifts along the chaotic swirl between order and disorder, enticing countless idealists and realists to come over. The storm exacerbates the chaos. Those arcanists who were snorkeling are now surfacing. You see, Miss Z is a great example. She is even sitting at the same conference table with the human elites. The undercurrents, however, are still lurking. Natural Resource Committee, Mankind Caucus, Culture and Education Department. Their members are hard to differentiate given the intricate backgrounds. You see, you need to divide them into groups, and divide until you break a huge entity into small groups, as small as possible. That's when they are able to clean the vomit on the living room floor effectively and emotionlessly.
What? Are you giving us advice? I'm very confused. This is what I get for not playing in a while. From the ashes, be burnt, be torn, be hidden in the corner, then be pecked up by a bird.
Best wishes for the upcoming victory.
It will be the final vote soon. It's a stunning victory for us. Cheers!
There's a thing as such as not celebrating early, you know?
Cheers! May the peace be with us.
The group is fully immersed in the joy brought by the collective glory.
You're in a bit mood.
Z.
You must be in the wrong room. You can't find those friends who tell Balderdash.
Bernard stops them with a wag of a hand. He pushes his way through the crowd and comes up to her.
What brings you here, our honorable committee member?
May I have a word with you, Bernard?
Let me check my watch again. It's 3 in the afternoon. I don't think I've drunk that much. Could you repeat that again? You want me to canvass for you?
To be more precise, to form a partnership.
My, what a creative idea. What can you offer? Not supporting such a stupid draft next time? Or recruiting new arcanists for our caucus?
What about a witness for the case of Chicago office?
He instantly frowns.
Who is it? Give me the name.
I will, if you collaborate with me. Or talk to me with a better attitude.
I'm sorry. Our philosophies have always been different, and that led to prejudice. But being mysterious won't show us sincerity for each other, right?
A staff of mine is willing to testify as a witness. Her report can prove your point.
Sonato, I'm guessing.
Strong enough to prove their negligence?
It depends on the special prosecutor. But the evidence is strong enough to prove that you're innocent from setting up others out of your personal interest.
He can't help breaking into laughter.
Looks like you've got your own little bird. The management there sucks. They don't serve humans or arcanists. They're just puppets, manipulated by money. I want to bring order back to that place, and I've collected quite a lot of evidence against them. Yet the most ridiculous thing happened. In the second week after I submitted the investigation application to the Supreme Court, the evidence was gone.
What? That makes no sense. Oh, finally.
My men found their charred pieces in the garbage room. Someone threw them into the shredding incinerator. It was like I could do nothing but surrender.
You have a wolf by your ears. I understand.
Bernard takes a deep breath before he starts to talk again.
But you're asking for too much. 11 votes. We're on the opposite side. I can never persuade all of them to vote for you. Besides, the court session of the Chicago case starts later than the final vote. Don't tell me you want the service before you pay for it.
Don't worry. You can vote after testifying.
How are you gonna do that?
I will do what I can, in my power. The vote won't start so soon.
He raises one eyebrow.
I can try for 9 votes, or 10, for the appreciation of your political resourcefulness.
Madame Z holds the hand waiting in front of her.
Good luck making a better Chicago office, Bernard.
Hope this works. Burton, wake up, please. This is the last part, okay. I think it is, at least. Unlike the other days, Constantine isn't by her desk today. The light in the room stays off. She has her back to the door, facing the window. Daylight slowly permeates into the dark room through the rigid marble windows.
It's Petra.
Come in.
I'm here to report the situation so far. Some neutral parties have tilted in favor of the draft.
How many?
Not a lot of them, but enough to make the votes even. They have always pursued revolution in the Foundation. Looks like Mark has finally persuaded them. I heard Miss Z has been working hard on canvassing too. But the number of the Conservatives remains the same. We don't have to worry about that. I believe we will still prevail in the final vote days later.
What about the other groups?
Still functioning as usual. Nothing special. By the way, Bernard and his men paid a visit to SPDM. I didn't get to talk to them.
She turns back to face the window.
Thank you for the report. She's never been so persistent. Do you know why she's been so different this time, Pedra?
It's Vertin. Vertin is the reason.
I didn't realize you had time to invite me to play table tennis. Or are you actually here to lobby, Madam Z?
I'll say both, Cats. Back then when I was a student, I'd often invite my classmates to play ping pong after we left the laboratory. A cold shower after getting soaked in sweat is a piece of memory I can't forget.
You remind me of the old days in the table tennis varsity. You're the only one I can practice with here. Serve it, Madam Z. Let's compete.
The battle is table tennis. Okay, I'm gonna change my lineup. Let's see.
My duty lies with you.
Friendship prevails all our achievements and thus only please watch out for guardian owls. What? What does that mean?
The moment of utterance.
Your name?
Huh.
Learn from silence.
Hang in there.
Whoops. An accident.
What? Oh, these things are projecting their attacks. I think. I don't know. Okay. I can do a deep
The moment of silence.
Anybody have it?
Wow.
Benefit from reading.
Calm down.
Pitch. Easy job.
Okay, let's buff master.
The moment of utterance.
Oh wait, no. You have to buff this.
The moment of silence.
And then
Your name?
222.
Huh.
We walk in long nights.
Stay away from me.
Please live up to my expectations, colleagues.
Did that actually work? Ah, ultimate.
Wow.
Anybody have it?
Huh. Whoops. An accident.
Stay away from me.
Pitch. Easy job.
Oof. It's not doing much. Okay, what do you do? One target attack, mass attack.
Just a
Ready for next.
Time for tongues to speak of truth.
Mind the machines on the ground. Bang.
Relax. It's a treatment with a higher dose.
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored. The moment of silence. The moment of utterance. Wow. Until the torch is lit. Learn from silence.
Please live up to my expectations, colleagues. I would like to express my deepest regret for the...
Backhand chop. Great, great.
They're cute. She nimbly picks up the white ball and throws.
Again. Ready to go. Hey. Nice shot.
Madame Z strikes. The little ball flies over the net in an extremely low parabola and goes into the unguarded corner of the table. Katz turns her body to one side, striking the ball back confidently.
We're planning to revise some articles in the draft.
Which articles?
The articles about strengthening the control of registered arcanists. You're right. We do need to improve the credibility of the Foundation in the outside world.
Tell me more.
The Timekeeper's power to discipline should be transferred back to the School of Discipline at the Foundation. The Foundation will conduct a unified risk assessment on Arcanists to ensure this team is always under control.
But in fact, it still belongs to the Timekeeper, right?
That is our minimum requirement. And you will not change.
I'm impressed they can talk while doing ping pong.
I didn't expect you to compromise.
Or table tennis.
It's not a compromise. It's a reasonable amendment to the draft. Transferring the power of education and discipline to the Foundation will help lower the budget and reduce the pressure on Verton.
And you would even lobby an opponent, me, for this amendment.
A reasonable appeal shouldn't be rejected just because it is raised by a different faction. The Foundation needs solidarity, not contradiction. If the draft is meant to pass, I will do whatever I can to make it meet most expectations. Just like this ping pong game. Friendship first, competition second. Legislation shall serve the people.
Whoa.
You have my vote, Madam Z.
A vote is not the only thing I need, Katz.
That was so cool, actually. That cutscene with the ping pong and it's playing in time with the music. A few clerks stop and watch it by the table. The game is about to start. Okay, beast. I want to use other characters. So... Sorry, not this. Let's see, Sweetheart, I haven't tried her yet. Tenant. And Medicine Pocket.
Why haven't those warm-ups walked away?
Just like real divers.
Perfectly understood.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
Cartier! Flee, mortals!
Sadly, these are counterfeits.
Aha.
Intriguing, isn't it? Glad to be of service, my lady.
Tiffany's!
Just like real divers. Bravo!
Fall in love with me.
Intriguing, isn't it? Just like real divers.
Keep calm.
Is that really the best you have to offer?
Time to wake up, gentlemen. Glad to be of service, my lady.
Perfectly understood.
Fragrance and dazzle can easily confuse one's vision. I'm sorry for you.
Nice, okay.
Just like real diamonds.
Do have a little faith in me, Master.
Intriguing, isn't it?
Cartier!
Just like real diamonds.
Stay back, I say! Forgive me, will you?
Now, to divide the...
That was easy. Maybe it's got to do with the fact that I'm over-leveled and spent so much time on it. Oh, right. Yay! Can I do a pull? I want to do a gacha. Please give me Tuesday. Nope. Can I even get anything from here? Not anymore, I guess. Refreshes in 27 days. Dang. Oh. Oh, wait. Can I? Oh, it's not yet the end. Please, 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 Tristan. No.
Paychecks assured, pets allowed, full board.
Ah. Where is it? Can I please have Tuesday? Let's wait.
Good day. My name is...
It's okay, it's okay.
Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong. Ping pong.
An imitation show?
Yes, an imitation show. A ball imitation show, little thing. You're imitating the Messiah, while I'm imitating an orange ball made of plastic.
They just confirmed like the... What do you call this? Like the Last Supper reference. With Vertin as like Jesus.
Being pushed back and forth by two rackets. I have nowhere else to go. Once they apply a force on me, I can't help bouncing to the sky. You can see how the air flows across my dry, wrinkled skin. Oh, what a coincidence. Aren't you in the same situation as mine now? Ha! Look at your frowning face. Your face wrinkles from the eyebrows to the nose tip, but people can barely see those light furrows. We know what that means. You have a poker face, and it's never your fault. But for now, your face is not the thing that matters. Well, maybe for someone it is, but still, it's not. You know what really matters? The game. Yes, it's the game. Of course the game matters. Everyone loves the game. They gather at the stadium yelling or roaring vehemently. They choose one team to become its fan and spend good money on a team uniform or an autographed ball. Yet, it's just a ball. You see where I'm coming from?
No.
Just a ball. Its outline, a circle, could be found in any geometry textbook and anywhere in this world. When the first hominid picked up a coconut and threw it to the sky, and caught it, and threw it, and caught it, and threw it again, when she felt joy and yelped, had she ever thought of the future? The future where a simple ball has become so complicated and enchanting. Now we call it the present.
Complicated and enchanting?
Yes, sure. Complicated and enchanting. Use your silly and smart head to think about this ball game carefully. The complex scoring rules, the harsh requirements for reactive agility, the countless possible foul points. Your fingers, your wrists and arms, a correct way of using them will lead to victory. What matters more is, like every ball game, it focuses on how you serve the ball and hit it back. It's not an easy job as it sounds. When you are in the game, you need to concentrate. Where will the ball come from, and how will you return it to your opponent? You need to figure that out within half a second. Use your power in a proper way. Move your feet in a stable pace. Inhale and exhale at the right timings. Ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong, ping. The sound will last forever and ever, until that bouncing little thing falls to either side of the court.
Okay. Echoes in the dark. A sentence falls down into a cave and breaks into countless words. Are we having another debate? Days later.
Constantine.
Constantine, sitting behind the rose drum, looks up. She takes off her reading glasses and closes the book in her hand.
Has the voting started? You see, here is the number of votes I have estimated. The pro-drafts will lose by 5 votes to their opponent. Don't forget our bet. The one who loses will pay for the new stamps.
The final vote is not today, I'm afraid.
She has a complicated look on her face.
Z's speech is still ongoing. She's just started the part on Article 3, Section 5 of the Rules of Procedure, but the speech has already lasted 7 hours.
Oh my god.
Even some delegates have left.
What?
She smiles, surprised.
A filibuster?
Yes, and Katz's speech will be right after that. So I guess the final vote won't start until tomorrow. That won't make a difference. Delaying the vote won't change the result.
Constantine sighs.
I don't know yet. I didn't expect that she would be trying so hard. But for me, this is not necessarily bad news. The filibuster will only have 2 outcomes. It is either one of the parties wins over 2/3 of support and gains victory, or both parties get stuck in a tug-of-war. If this tug-of-war doesn't end with a clear outcome, the Storm Reformation will end up completely dead and forbidden to be discussed within 5 years. Are the stakes getting too high?
Someone trots over from the doorway. As he comes up to them, he bends over that only Constantine can hear him.
Madam Vice President, Mr. President came back from the PAX house.
I will go see him now.
He's waiting for you in the office.
It has been over a year since they last met. Constantine quickly trots along the hallway. The window is clear enough to give reflections. She stops and fixes her collar. The doors is left half open.
Mr. President, good day to you, sir. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us.
Are you feeling better these days?
I can still hang in for a few years.
Are they doing all right?
Just as usual. Nothing to worry about.
He gives Constantine a small wave in the shadow. She walks up to him.
I'll stay in the Foundation these months. The agenda is well arranged. There is something more important that I must tell you in person.
Constantine nods and bends over to listen to him. The shadow of the president casts on her. The rusty, feeble words are difficult to catch, but the meaning of every word makes her eyes wide open out of shock.
This is their judgment.
Yes.
Then I have no objection to it.
She slowly resumes standing, then retreats for a few steps and almost falls on the floor.
Hold tight, my friend.
She supports herself by the file cabinet.
Excuse me. I have to admit I was surprised. Thank you for telling me this.
So we're never gonna see his face, huh?
Look at where you are. Paulina also once stood here.
Who's that?
A human. A member of the St. Pavlov Foundation. She started from here, took 33 steps and a half, turned left, opened the door, and then turned right, went on for another 5 meters. She stopped and opened the historical intelligence cabinet.
What was she like?
Human-like. A standard human. Grave-looking, rational thinking, efficient acting. She was digging in the files. The only touch of bright color on her was across her neck. A blue polka dot scarf, tied in the French way. The scarf was there to cover up a nevus on her skin, a lonely dark spot that lacks a symmetric counterpart on the other side of the neck. Is a mark too random and out of place to exist. She did not like it. It was the 1931 file, or the 1935 one. She hasn't gotten there yet. But there is another folder which has caught her attention. On December 28th, 1932, on the wonderful day of the Holy Innocents in Mexico, 13 Arcanist high school students attacked the crowd during the nighttime celebration. They claimed the Oracle had uttered to them, from the inside of a gigantic 𝐋𝐸𝐴 𝐿ianoides, that they had to shoulder the responsibility to protect the people. So they took their wands and knives, carried bottles of potion of concocted picric acid and nitrocellulose, and walked into the festival market like any regular happy young people. Their attack led to 17 deaths. 6 were injured, among which 4 were disabled for life. One young girl among the attackers couldn't physiologically stop her hysterical laughter, even when she was under arrest. She quivered convulsively, with her hands twitching tightly on 31-centimeter long pruning shears. She kept muttering the word Bakoti, which is the common way to call the 𝐋𝐸𝐴 𝐿ianoides among the lumber dealers. In the Aztec civilization, it means giant mouth. Any mouth can talk. In this case of mass hysteria, this was the one true rule. Hysteria, madness, paranoia, hearing voices or seeing things. These abnormalities are the sparks flying in the air, and Arcanists are like dry cotton. The encounter of the two will cause a fire. Paulina complained quietly. She accused the danger of fire, the risk of heat. One can hardly hold no grudges against the flame when it is hidden next to you patiently, waiting. She started to mutter something of a more extreme nature. She was carried away, forgot that each individual has their own right even in a collective body. She forgot what public opinion can do to subtly influence a community. Her eyes were fixed on the scarlet flame. Racist thoughts crept silently into her blonde-haired, beautiful head like a cunning centipede. Fortunately, this is not yet the end of the story. Paulina still had her chances to change.
To change?
Change Yes. An alteration. Everybody has to change. You can improve your living standards. Pay for prettier white clothes. Drive around in a limo painted in bright pink. Anything to prove that you're as much of a man as those tough warriors in ancient Europe. Or you can try the bitter side of life. A life so bad that every weekend you have nowhere to go but lie on a couch hollowed out by your dog and pick your nose. You pick it hard just to locate and take out the hardest, largest booger that irritates your nasal membranes to stop the endless sneezing. The change of Paulina started from a question. A senior staff of the Foundation walked to her, flipping through the pages of the same folder, and asked, "But Paulina, how are you going to deal with the fire?" On the next page, the survivors started a new life under the supportive measures, and the crazy children have left their poor family, leaving the violence and harassment behind, and moved into a sanatorium with white walls. The record of the follow-up visits showed that they have stayed mentally stable since. They learned to calm themselves and overcame drug addiction and alcohol abuse. Some of them were even married. Between the last 2 pages, there lies a thank you letter. The name signed at the end of the letter went on for 2 lines, and the last name ends with a cheerful strike going up, like a smiley face. The fire is always there, Paulina. We need to find a way to live with it, not to extinguish it. Keep them somewhere safe, like a high shelf, and away from the fuel. Watch over the temperature. Maybe teach them to burn in a manner that no one, including themselves, would be hurt. Division and confrontation have never taken this world to a better place, have they? They went on talking for a bit more, about the responsibilities of this job, about personal liabilities, about hatred, about the minorities, about the practices that ought to be taken to realize ideas. Young Paulina had changed. Drops of tears seep out from the bottom of that pair of beautiful green eyes. I shed tears with her, of course. Sadly, I was busy sucking the flavoring powder on chips off my fingers and missed the right moment to wipe those tears off my face. Nevertheless, this is my favorite episode. We should watch it again. Look at where you are. Paulina also once stood here.
This guy confuses me so badly. Hold on, what's the last episode of this? I was expecting for me to finish this, but I guess not. 21. Okay, I think I'm close. Maybe? Road of a puppy. Footprints, muddy, determined footprints and lines on the white marble floor that are easily recognizable.
As witness?
Yes. Your report means a lot to him.
I can provide the report, but I have no experience in court hearings. If I say something wrong, will it affect the special prosecutor's decision?
That's an unexpected question, Madame Z. That's an unexpected question. Madame Z's voice turns gentle and soft after a moment of speechlessness.
Soneto, testifying is not taking exams. The court doesn't need a skillful witness. Just honestly tell them what you saw. Focus on the point, and don't distort the facts. The Supreme Court, they value the sense of justice of the youth.
Sense of justice.
And that's a noble quality you have.
I will do my best, Madame Z.
Good luck, Soneto.
Call the witness.
Oh my gosh, we're here. Entangled by the crowd, Soneto walks into the court. In front of her, the special prosecutor has an almost godlike, solemn look on her face.
Greetings. May the peace be with us.
May the peace be with us. Soneto, as informed by the subpoena, you have been called forth by the accuser, Bernard Wilson, to testify as the witness in court. Could you specify the relationship between you and the accuser?
We did not know each other. I heard of him at work, but we rarely worked together.
Then why did he call you?
I was one of the parties involved in the 1929 storm incident. I submitted a detailed report of that. He searched the database and found the report, so he made a request for access to my supervisor, Madam Z. Then, Madam Z asked if I would be willing to provide the report and attend court as witness.
Could you tell me the reason why you agreed to testify?
My immediate supervisor is having a long-term treatment, and there are more time slots available on my schedule. I am happy to be able to make a difference during the time and defend the established facts. More importantly,
Soneto musters her courage and presents a box of files on the desk.
I personally believe that there is still much room for improvement for the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States.
The special prosecutor seems slightly surprised.
What is this, Miss Soneto?
This is a record of all my travels from the time I received the promotion order in the research center to go to the office in Chicago in the United States, to the time I went back to the headquarters of the Foundation when the storm came. This is the field report and diary I wrote about the storm in 1929.
What point do you make?
I would like to prove that the Foundation's office in Chicago in the United States violated the Declaration, Fight for the Peace and Order of Mankind, and the rights of some humans and arcanists.
You're tarnishing our reputation!
Someone leaps to his feet on the other side of the table. He is the assigned director of this constituency, the defendant of this court.
I request a debate duel! I won't allow her to distort the truth like this!
Mr. Seth, I haven't checked these files yet. Silence, please.
Your Honor, you can examine the files one by one while we're having the debate duel. I can't bear to see the long history of our office slandered in this way by a newcomer. I demand a duel with her.
Soneto is an investigator with rich combat experience. There is no good dueling with her.
The special prosecutor turns to Soneto.
Do you accept the debate duel?
I have no objection, madam.
The defendant's neck has turned scarlet out of anger. The special prosecutor stands up and raises both of her arms.
Please to the stage, duelists. The debate during your duel will be faithfully recorded. 3 defeats in the debate of one side will end the duel. You have the floor now.
I see. Whoa, new stage. Okay. So it's Star, huh? I want to bring Soneto. Where's Soneto? There she is. Baby Blue. Gonna say. And Ezra. Oh, only those 3? Oh, okay.
May the peace be with us.
I have decades of historical materials of the office and know it better than anyone else. While you were in office for just 3 days. What makes you think your testimony is more valuable than my materials?
Whether the history is long or short, it does not affect the validity of the facts. Article 78 of the International Law of Procedure states, any individual who has knowledge of the case and has an independent will is obliged to testify as witness. Hereon, I shall prove the value of my testimony. I believe in you. My sword sharp. I know the moon.
I should have done the buff first.
This is an alien city.
Oh, here we go.
It's alright. I believe in you. Depict the world I have never seen before. I know the moon. And this is an alien city. Each moment, now night.
Okay.
You found the right verse for me. My sword sharp. Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. February 14th, 1929, after the storm. Half of the staff in the office were absent from work. I learned that this was permitted by the director. They were required to sell alcohol in speakeasies at night to make a profit for the office. The malpractice at daytime was therefore tacitly approved. This can be found in photo appendix number 3-12-8.
Slander! It's individual behavior of the employees who do not comply with the rules.
To think of the world I have never seen before. My sword sharp. Each moment, now night. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole. I believe in you. You found the right verse for me. Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. You found the right verse for me. Sempre caro mi fu quest'ermo cole. That morning, an hour and a half before my encounter with Timekeeper, a procession appeared in the square in front of the office. They were mostly humans, with a few arcanists. They were protesting against the high registration fee charged by the office for registering their identity information. In addition, there was a racial brawl in the square, but the office did not send anyone to pacify the crowd or maintain the order.
Do you have any evidence?
I wrote them in my diary. Does that count as evidence?
Yes. Please tell me which page it is on.
To think of the world
This is
I have
cool.
never seen before.
Ooh, wait, buff. And
I believe it. To think the world I have never seen before. So long lives this, and this gives power to thee. Each moment, now night. It's alright. My sword sharp. I believe in you. I know the moon, and this is an alien city. Lenia sereno intenso ad infinito. To think of the world, I believe in you. Each moment, now night.
These are all insignificant glitches.
What do you mean by that?
To be honest, you can find similar problems in any large institution in the world.
And yet it's still your responsibility. I don't know what I'm talking about.
As long as we manage the office in a different way or change the staff, it would be improved. But you claimed that we violated the Declaration of Peace. This is pure slander, gross defamation.
I am not slandering the office. Schneider.
Oh, no.
You refuse to offer a human. No, an entire family, the shelter of the Foundation.
Oh, wait. So this took place when we were with Schneider? Oh my gosh.
I will pray for you. Sorry. Schneider, a friend we met in Chicago, she once chose to join the Foundation under the pressure of both the Storm and Manus Vindicte. But instead of offering any solution or help, you just gave her a rejection letter. I found this letter in her suit pocket. It had a small line written on it. Poppers... fuck off.
I had completely no idea what this was about. Not to mention the fact that no one at the office had ever heard of the storm. What help could they offer?
In this particular case, you should have reported to the headquarters or to the investigators out there, instead of doing nothing but leaving an insult. I do not understand why there was such wording on it. Was it because she did not pay enough shelter fee to qualify for sheltering? Or was it because the wand she used was transformed by Arcanum, which made you think she was an Arcanist? Does not the Declaration of Peace say, everyone strong or weak, rich or poor, of any race, deserves a helping hand so that the existing peace and order shall be maintained.
Pop off, Sonetto.
They were humans. If only they had made it to the headquarters sooner. Maybe they...
In the particular circumstance at present, it's impossible for the headquarters to take in humans from all over the world. But you bring out a possibility. A possibility better than anything that happened. Thank you very much for your testimony, Ms. Sonetto. And also for the debate, Mr. Seth.
The special prosecutor and the jury get up, gathering the papers on the desk. Sonetto's ears are gradually cooling off.
I seem to be too emotional just now.
It's okay. She passes the hallway, feeling completely lost. She feels the court session is not over, and she's still in the middle of the storm.
Miss Sonetto.
The special prosecutor stops her from behind.
You brought us a great debate.
In the bright daylight in the hallway, Sonetto finally takes a good look at the special prosecutor. This is quite an extraordinary face. White, hard, and of a skin texture different from any creature's.
Have you heard of the Supreme Court? You should come when you're free.
Oh? Her testimony helped! Oh my gosh! Congrats, Sonetto! Oh, what's this? A familiar color catches your eyes. Deja vu. An undefiled scale, sitting high up in the hall of judgment, with the listening ears, the sniffing nose, the watching eyes, the raising brows and the speaking mouth. Being the well-polished, the bright, the spacious, it is the dazzling daylight itself. It is the carrier of noble virtue, as untouchable as the feathers on a bird's throat, as unsullied as the unexplored snowy ground, as undisturbed as the ripple-less milk in the glass. I trust myself that I have encountered such whiteness before, sometime, somewhere. I am gonna end it here for now. Hopefully it doesn't take me a few months to continue the story. Well then.